All right, SpaceX plans to launch its Starship rocket on a 9th test flight tonight. This comes after the last two tests of SpaceX Starships broke apart, sending debris hurling back to Earth. So CBS News correspondent Jason Allen joining us live now from Dallas with more on this. Hi, Jason. What is the goal of today's launch, and what could we hear from CEO Elon Musk?
Hey, Jules. So Elon Musk is planning to talk about the road to making life interplanetary. He was going to do that this afternoon, but then without a lot of explanation, delayed it to after the launch tonight. So from that title, you get that he probably wants to talk more about this plan to eventually get some of these spacecraft to Mars. You know, he has really pushed for that heavily over the last few years. In fact, last year he said he thought that they might launch to Mars as soon as 2026. He said he thought there might be rockets there within the next 5 years, people there within the next 7 years. Certainly ambitious, and a lot of people skeptical of that timeline, but Musk, at least it appears, wants to push on with those plans. So we expect to get more from him about that tonight after the launch. Now, in order to carry out those plans, he has to make this Starship and the Super Heavy booster successful. So this launch tonight, the 9th test flight for this rocket system, is going to take off from Starbase down in South Texas, the same spot it's taken off from before, follow much the same path out over the Gulf. Of course, everybody has been caught up in that dramatic return of the booster, right, where it's caught back at the launch site again. That's not going to happen with this launch. The plan is for it to splash down, make a hard splash down in the water. Part of the reason is they're going to test some new flight direction with that. They're going to stress some areas that they want to test out. They want to see if they can do it with using a little less propellant. The Starship will continue out on a path. They're going to try to deploy some dummy satellites to see how that works out. Of course, the last couple flights, as you mentioned from the Starship, have not worked out well at all. So they're waiting to see here what happens with flight number 9.
Yeah, so the last two Starship launches, they ended in explosions, causing debris to rain down on the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, disrupting air travel. Not to go be Debbie Downer, but will SpaceX do anything differently today to minimize the disruption?
Yeah, they absolutely will. And the FAA looked very closely at the actions that SpaceX had done after the last couple of launches. So that was the one in January and the one in March. There were different issues that caused the Starship to break apart in both of those things, but they felt that the companies adequately addressed both of those things. Now, this time, because of the breakup in the last two flights, and also because of the booster that's being used, this is the first time they're going to reuse the booster. This is the same one that flew in January, and SpaceX eventually wants to reuse these boosters over and over and over again, but this is the first time they'll do this. So because of the reuse of the booster, because of the last two flights, they've expanded the hazard area the FAA has for this flight path. So instead of about 800 nautical miles, they've gone almost double, 1,600 nautical miles. They're in close contact with a lot of those countries, a lot of those island and Caribbean nations that are out over that path. They've also moved this launch window, so it's happening now in the evening. So that's outside some of the peak flight time hours. But this is something that they'll keep a very close watch on. Obviously, some more safeguards in place, but especially with the last couple of launches, they'll be keeping a close eye on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason Allen, thank you so much. And we will bring you tonight's rocket launch on our new show called 24/7 Primetime. That debuts tonight at 7:30 Eastern, hosted by Elizabeth Cook. And that's where we'll bring you the best of all things CBS News. We'll deliver you the news you need to know, from major national and international headlines to breakthroughs in tech and AI to the biggest headlines in the sports world. You can start watching from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, streaming on the CBS News app and cbsnews.com.